So right now it is 8:15 in the morning. The window is left open. Sorry for all the noise. Yeah, and these are my drinks in the background. Why am I saying all of these things right now? It's because I have like a rendezvous. I need to leave Seville, Spain, so I can get to Morocco today in like 40 to 1 hour, 40 minutes to an hour. I need to catch a car and I need to go to the stop at the port in Algeciras, and then from Algeciras, which is in Spain, cross the border to get to Tangier, Morocco. Unfortunately, right now, I am not feeling so great. I usually try to put on a brave face. Oh, jeez. Excuse me. Ooh. I think, yeah, closing that is better. I usually put on a brave. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna lie down. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I usually put on a brave face, right? That everything is hunky-dory, that I am pretty well, I'm doing pretty well, just traveling. And the thing is, I have a lot of restrictions when it comes to traveling. A whole lot of restrictions, such as food restrictions. I have IBS and I have celiac. What that means is I am absolutely limited in what I can consume. So right now I have an IBS attack, and because I ate something that was against my core foods that I can eat, I am in absolute pain. What I mean is I ate chicken. I just ate chicken. It was grilled chicken where they had like spices on top of the skin, and I didn't think it was a lot or too much, because usually I pick off like parts of the skin and just eat away. Unfortunately, that was enough to put me out of commission. And then on top of that, I ate I will show you. Oh man. I ate this thing here. It says gluten-free, right? So just so people are aware, because I think people are not absolutely aware of what gluten-free or what celiac means. When you have celiac, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be a little emotional right now. When you have celiac, that basically means that you can't eat any breads, any pastas. Sorry, that's an ambulance. When you have celiac, that means you cannot have anything that has to do with gluten, anything that has to do with barley, rye, oats, most oats, and grains in general, most grains, except rice or quinoa, such as these. I can't consume a lot of corn. I, although it's not considered, unsafe for me in my diet, but because I have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and I have something else, I can't remember what it was. They diagnosed me, the doctors, they diagnosed me with, but because of all of that, I can't consume corn. Anyways, celiac pretty much means that I can't consume barley, rye, certain oats, wheat, gluten, things of that nature. And because of that, I do my best to stay away from sauces because a lot of foods have gluten in them, even sauces. And 2 years ago, I found out that I can't eat a lot of soy or soy. If I eat soy, it has to be very minuscule, very low on the ingredient list, or else I will be feeling like I'm dying. So I started to get emotional just now because although this says gluten free, I was, let me just run it back. I was craving chocolates. I haven't been feeling the best at all. I need magnesium in my diet. I absolutely need, um, I needed chocolate just to, give me that caffeine, without caffeine. That's another thing with my whole diet. And so I was just craving chocolate. I wanted to get I love truffles, okay? I forgot how much I love truffles until I came back to Spain. Oh, I'm feeling better. Oh my god. I'll tell you why. Uh, yeah, okay. I'll tell you. Anyway. Oh, that's feeling so much better. God. Okay. I'm starting to feel okay. So yes. Mm, I couldn't find the truffles at another Carrefour that I went to in this area, and so I was just really not happy, very very unhappy. But I found this. Oh, okay, false alarm. Oh, shoot. Okay. After I ate one or two of these, that I wasn't feeling so great. But I wasn't feeling great at all before because, as I mentioned, I ate some chicken. And I think they probably put a rub on the chicken that was not gluten free. And I didn't realize that. So it seeped into the chicken itself through the skin. And perhaps while I was, when you're forking through the chicken, perhaps just that little bit of contamination of the sauces or the spices, however you may say it, they, the pieces that I wasn't eating that were skin, I pretty much got sick. I got, well, gluten, or probably it was wheat. I'm not quite sure. Because, fun fact, even spices may contain gluten. I learned that in Turkey. So, that's why I usually go for fresh spices if I'm in the markets, or if I don't see fresh spices, I absolutely look at the ingredients, and if I can read them and if translator works, then so be it. Anyway, now, again, I wasn't great the previous night, and then the following day, I was just, my stomach, everything, my body, it was uncool. It wasn't great, okay? And so, once again, this seemed like a great idea. I ate this, didn't feel so great, but I wasn't feeling great at all in the first place, eating anything. I had yogurt on deck, okay? And I also had my Powerade, and I bought ginger, like this chai tea mix. When it comes to having celiac, is that your immune system goes haywire. You also get, let's see if I remember it, spasms, muscle spasms. And I was reaching that point where my muscles were just squeezing, and I started to feel like I needed to relax them a bit. So I have magnesium for that, and I have lavender oil. So I relax my mind first, and then my body follows with tea and with water, with my apple cider vinegar. This is what it is. With also Powerade. Or is it Powerade or ooh? Oh, it was open. Oopsie, oopsie. Powerade or Gatorade. Why? Because it has potassium, calcium, it has sodium bicarbonate. With those things, it helps me wonders. That is usually my routine. And so I'm feeling, wow, I'm feeling a lot. I can breathe as I'm speaking to you. Feeling a lot better actually, because before I was in a fetal position, thinking that, oops, I think I'm gonna have to delay my trip once again. Where was I really am. I can't remember. I really can't remember. Seriously, I really. Okay. I think what I was trying to say is this morning I felt like I wanted to just die. My insides, especially my stomach, my groin, my legs, they felt like there were knives or claws just raking up and down and stabbing as well. So I was in a fetal position until I turned on this camera. And you know what? I think this is important to document now, my journey. Because for so long, I tried to show all the good and try to be positive, and I have been, and I need to give myself credit. But I haven't been completely honest to myself about how hard traveling is when you have a disease and when you are ill most of your trips, when you can't even find food that you can trust, or perhaps food that you can't even eat at a certain point in time. For example, usually I can eat a banana, although it is high in fiber. I can eat a banana, a small one, because of the magnesium and the potassium. It helps me so much with my muscle spasms, with my muscles in general. Carrying these bags is not so easy because it may trigger depending on what I ate the night before, a few hours before, or if I had an attack previously. So normally I would carry on a banana. It helps. And so last time my stomach it didn't want me to eat it. It I felt so constipated. I felt so stuck, like I couldn't exactly move the way I wanted to. And when that happened, I don't know, man. It just, you feel overwhelmed, you feel disappointed, you feel like your body betrays you a lot. Oh, and it's rough. I'm going to call a spade a spade. It's rough. So, I am making, and I'm going to make videos about my journey eating and being out on the road. How do I find things that are celiac and IBS friendly? It's not easy, it's doable, but I'm not going to pretend that it's a-okay, all the time. So, now that I've ranted and raved, I think I'm ready to get up and out of this place. I have to pack my tripod. I also need to calm the freak down, because I think slow and steady is going to be the name of the game to get to Morocco, truly. And I have to. Oh, okay. And God, it just comes in waves. I'm. Oh, okay. It just comes in waves. Uh, they say that the mind and the body is connected. I absolutely believe it. Because when my stomach, my colon, everything inside of me starts to, well, spasm, I feel like knives sticking in and out of my gut and spleen. I also start to get headaches, and my vision starts to feel like they're getting spotty, and then my head starts swimming. Absolutely starts swimming. I see that the room is just tilting. Gosh. Anyways, I guess what I was trying to say is that the name of the game is I need to pack up. I really honestly think this is not gluten free. Like, it's not 100% gluten free. I freaking believe it. Even though soy is at the bottom of the list, I shouldn't be having brain fog or experiencing any sort of muscle spasms and ish. Okay. So that company is just a no-go for me. That's it. I can't trust it. I have I've come across a lot of these companies that say things are gluten free, maybe there is just 2% of gluten left in their products, such as I can't trust certain products that when they say that, oh my god, I can't, oh my god. All right, tea it is. Oh, and let's see if I can find another. Oh, oh my god. Okay, tea. One thing at a time. Tea.